I think it's officially on.
We're on the air?
We're on the air.
Cool. All right, so if you're tuning in on the video, watching us put our wired mics on for the Wellness and Weight Loss for Women and Men podcast, episode number 40.
40.
All right, so we're going to redo the intro now because our wired mics are on. Here we go. Audio is on. This is Joey Atlas.
And Nick Doherty.
Back with episode number
40
of the
Wellness and Weight Loss for Women
and Men podcast and video show. All right, so post-COVID, not all gyms are open yet, right? There's still plenty of fitness centers, health clubs, gyms that are not open, definitely in the U.S. We've been able to open here in Florida, so we're a couple weeks in.
Yep.
Things are going well.
It's going really well.
Cool thing is we still have a lot of remote personal training and coaching going on that resulted from COVID, and now people are loving it,
Right.
and that's growing a little bit more, right?
That reminds me. Tell me about Valerie.
Well, wait, what are we going to talk about in the podcast today? What's our main?
Are we doing that first? I want to know about.
Already jumping into
I just got too excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. All right, so first we're talking about easier weight loss with plant-based nutrition. That's the main topic today. Okay. Second, we got some really good stories to share, eye-opening, enlightening, and inspiring stories. Third, we got some funkiness going on with Facebook Live. Like this right now, if you're watching it in real time, is streaming on my Facebook Live page. My Joey Atlas, the Truth Joey Atlas page. Because in the last couple of days, I've noticed when I'm doing my live videos at home of my training, the viewership has been skyrocketing, like in bizarre ways. And it, like right now, like if we check my page, all the stats and the numbers, they're still going up. There's still people commenting on those videos from yesterday and the day before.
Very cool.
Right? And actually some of these people have found their way into the Facebook group, and some are considering total access.
Nice.
Because I've talked about it on the video. If you like what you're seeing, because that's why I do the videos in the first place, to share our gentle way of fitness training. And so anyway, I'm like, well, today, instead of putting this on the SCULPTAFIT page, let's do it on mine and see if we can take advantage of that increased viewership and help more people.
Awesome.
So if you're tuning in and you're just seeing us for the first time, never heard of us, let us know.
Yes.
Let us know if we just popped up in your feed or if somebody shared it with you. And of course, if you're a long-time client, local, long-distance, whatever, let us know you're watching right now. Post below. Let us know you're tuning in because we love you and we want to know you're here. And that's it. What else do we have? All right, so what are we getting into next?
Next, I'm so excited. I need to hear about a couple of ladies.
So Valerie first.
Yes.
All right. So Valerie's story is awesome. And we weren't even going to talk about this, but she posted an update in the official SCULPTAFIT Club Worldwide Fitness Community Facebook group, which if you're watching or listening, you can join. We'll tell you how to get there after this. She reached out to me. She actually bought one of my original programs, I don't know how many years ago, 8, 10, 12, I forget. So she's kind of been in my world for a while. But she's kind of always been on her own training program. A lot of hardcore stuff, actually. She's got her double garage is basically a full gym, right? So she had a really bad ankle break years ago. Like, she's lucky to be alive, actually. Like, it was totally broken. Her foot, bottom of her foot was facing upward. If I remember the story right, she shared this whole story and the x-rays in the Facebook group. It's all there. It's all there from when she started. So she reached out, and what's crazy is that she reached out to me directly mid-March in Facebook, and it went to like one of these folders that I didn't see. Some of these messages I don't even get, but somehow I saw this after 2 weeks that it was sitting there, and I get a lot of people that write me. Like, I can't even answer everybody. especially if they just put like this one massive type out of like illegible stuff. I can't read it, I can't answer it, I can't really help you. Anyway, she emailed me a very detailed, well-written, with full photographs, her story and where she's at and why she needs help. So I first apologized to her for not seeing it for 2 weeks. I didn't want her to think I was ignoring her. And then I said, well, let's talk. Like, this is a big story, so I want to make sure I can help you before I say to you that I can help you.
Right.
So we talked it out, and I was like, yeah, I think I can help you. But she was open-minded, like open-minded enough to be willing to change how she trained versus how she's going to if I help her.
Right.
So it's been 2 months now since I started helping her. And she'll post progress photos every few weeks, and she posted some yesterday, and people are like, oh man, like you could really see something's happening. She is working around a leg that like still is in rehab.
Still has.
Right, she's got plates holding it together inside. She's going to physical therapy now. She's going for a second opinion because of how much pain she is in that she has to deal with. But
she's still making awesome progress.
Yeah, she realized that she still has to take care of herself, despite what most people would count as like, I'm not doing anything. Like, this is a setback, I can't do anything. And they would use that to eat and drink and be sedentary. She's doing the opposite. She reached out for the right help, and I told her, we can work around this as long as you can be in tune with your pain and how you're feeling. And I said, every day is not going to be perfect. You might go through several days of like excruciating pain as you go through this rehab and this gets fixed. But it doesn't mean you're off the program. We're just going to stay the course, big picture. So like she's even surprised at herself. She's yeah,
Holy moly! So I saw her update. It must have been a few weeks ago.
Yes.
But I haven't seen this one.
That's yesterday.
Yesterday, 6:42 a.m. Holy smokes, Valerie!
Yeah, Valerie. I'm gonna hashtag good snacky. All right.
Slide my jeans on without a muffin top?
Yeah, slide your jeans on. The muffin top is gone, but we still have work to do. She still has goals, but she's sharing these updates to inspire people that you can work around some major issues if you take the right approach. And that's why she's doing it. She wants to share the story, inspire others, and show others what can be done. And she wants to follow through on what she told me she actually wanted. And she wants to show that she's following through. So it's really fun guiding her. We have challenges, but through this various types of electronic communication, I'm keeping her on track. She's willing to stay on track despite some hard days. Yesterday was a breakthrough day. She had to climb a wind tower because she's a wind site manager.
Oh my.
She manages crews for wind sites.
Yeah.
She used to climb towers a lot.
Is that how she really?
No, it was in a car accident. Yeah. So yesterday she actually had to climb a tower, and she had a successful day at physical therapy, successful fitness, and a successful climb up the wind tower. I mean, they wear gear,
wow.
right?
Yeah,
but
still,
she's working with a leg that is hurt big time.
Well, what's awesome too is it used to be like people would be like, oh, if you hurt something, like even physical therapy, like you have to stop everything else, and like that's not good for your body. Like
that's the point
all
here.
the physical therapists are like, no, you actually still need to move.
Right,
like,
she's got the rest of her body, and that's what we're talking about here. So if anybody wants to see and keep up with Valerie's unfolding story of success and working through adversity, come join the official SCULPTAFIT Worldwide Fitness Community Facebook group, and you can connect with her right in there. You can see what she's sharing. She shared videos this morning. The other day she asked me, okay, like everything's starting to go well, you can see, but the front of my thighs, my quads, they're lagging. Like, what can I do in addition to what we're already doing, knowing that I can't do certain traditional exercises, right? So we have to work around that. So she asked me, I shot her a miniature 3 or 4 minute video at home. I told her exactly and showed her exactly what to do. She shot the video today of herself doing it in her morning training session and shared it with the group so everybody can see. And the other ladies, oh, I want to tighten the front of my thighs too. Can I add this to our lower body programs? And the answer is yes, of course. Just be mindful. Don't overdo it. Right? So a lot of good stuff in there, like real time.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Got to come connect with us. Speaking of connecting with us, if you can't find the Facebook page, come to fitnesstraining.live, fitnesstraining.live, sign up for the freebies, and you'll get the link to join the Facebook group. Right? We'll send you the link. So it starts there. What else? Who else do we have?
Got Nurse Lauren to talk about.
Nurse Lauren. This is really good. So Nurse Lauren is in Dallas. Very busy but smart nurse. And she actually, I think we're geared up to do a podcast, she and I, for the Fitness Whisperer, for me to start doing that again. So she joined, pretty sure she joined Total Access when COVID kind of started. That's how, I'm pretty sure that's how she found her way in. And she's kind of like, she's helping people in the group too, in the Facebook group, because she's been doing this for a while. But we're going to cover more of her story in the podcast, but I'm going to read something here real quick. She sent this to me yesterday. This was triggered by some activity in the group that I had to notify everybody about. So here we go. Oh gosh, thank you so much. I love to be a positive role model. And OMG, you are so right. You have no idea how many nurses I have worked with or work with that do not take care of themselves. It is so disheartening. A lot of them are even smokers. Healthcare workers are awful influences too, because they always want to order food or eat out, not paying attention to their nutrition. For me, it's super hard to educate patients on being healthy and not being healthy myself. Sort of like if I talk the talk, I want to be walking the walk too. Plus, I've always been an athlete, played basketball, volleyball, ran track. I'm 6 feet tall, and so back in the day, that's what I did. I'm a little older now, she says. So truly, I have always been into health and fitness. In my early 30s, I decided to go back to college, get my nursing degree, and the first 2 years, I did night shifts. And they really took a toll on me mentally, physically, and emotionally. This is where I gained weight. Not so much due to poor nutrition, but more so due to having zero energy to exercise and no time for my self-care. I was always trying to sleep to catch up. Reflecting back on those first 2 years of nursing, I gained 25 pounds, my circadian rhythm and hormones were all out of whack, and I'm in my 4th year of nursing now and still have some residual insomnia and chronic fatigue, but my job is stressful in every way, as you well know. It's definitely hard to find balance and the energy to do the training sessions that I want to do and need to do. So far, this is the point, so far, your workouts are amazing, the stuff we do and teach, right, all in the video portals, are actually, let's see, workouts are amazing because they don't require heavy lifting and they don't require tons of time. It's a game changer for a lot of people, right? I think I was actually making things worse by being a gym rat and doing way too much cardio on top of that as well. More cortisol release, as I am sure, this was more added stress to my body. So thank you for showing us all a different way to work out. And I'm already seeing tons of progress. This is just a few months in, okay? This is exactly what I needed. So thankful, and then a bunch of prayer hands showing. This is a nurse who's been into fitness on and off her whole life, like living the lifestyle, saying this now at this stage of her life. Like this style of fitness we're teaching and promoting and producing, that's the kind of impact it's making on somebody who's been paying attention to their health almost their whole life. So we share this to show you that even healthcare professionals are still learning. As Lauren said, most of her colleagues aren't even taking care of themselves. She's been paying attention, now finally stumbling upon our realm and our way of doing things, and making tons of progress, finally. She's posted other updates in the group about her clothes fitting easier, scrubs being looser, all this great stuff. So we share these real life stories to inspire, motivate, and yes, educate too.
Well, Ben and Valerie, well done.
Yeah, we got way more stories, we just can't fit them all in here, so we're going to save them for next week.
I like it. All right, are we on to weight loss with plant-based nutrition?
Weight loss, easy weight loss, easier weight loss through plant-based nutrition. So a lot of this comes from how we work with people, right? I know most of what I'm doing with my one-on-one clients, whether they're local or remote, and we're working on their nutrition, is taking a look, we observe, and then we start to make changes and tweaks from where they're starting from. one of the things that's just been very apparent in what I'm doing with my clients is I'm seeing either way too much animal protein in their diets and or not enough plant-based sources, let alone protein, plant-based foods. So I've just been making these really simple shifts in people's nutrition plans, like taking out an animal protein. We're going to put this plant-based protein in, right? And doing this gradually and enjoyably. So, and getting people to eat more like high-quality vegetables, but in a way that they're actually enjoying. Because a lot of these, my clients will say, yeah, I used to try to eat a lot of vegetables, but they were always so bland, and I didn't like them, I didn't look forward to them. So now they're following our recipes of how to actually cook vegetables that you crave, and they taste good.
Quickly fit cooking.
Quickly fit, rapid results, cooking and recipe videos.
All those videos are great.
So, and they're posting in the group, like, I didn't really care for carrots, but now I made the roasted carrots the way you made them, and my kids want to eat them. The kids want more of them, let alone me loving them. That's just one example. So, plant-based nutrition. Yes, it's a thing, but it's a very worthy thing, and it's the thing that we should have been doing from way back when, right? Our American culture and society has gotten taken so far into this fast, processed, high calorie, high carbohydrate, high sugar, high fat, too much protein, too much animal proteins in the diets, and you can see our society is suffering. It's clearly evident. So in working with clients to go not completely plant-based, not vegan, not vegetarian, not no animal proteins at all, but plant-based as the foundation, right? There's enough change there people to actually start seeing and feeling results. So, I've got several examples, but I'm going to share one today. Boomin Beth Silva, I know you're tuning into this, whether it's real time or after the fact. Beth is a long distance client, and again, we're not, even though we use the word weight loss here, our main focus is body recomposition, regardless of your size, regardless of how much weight you need to lose or even gain, because some clients actually need to gain a little bit of weight, even though most people are on a weight loss goal-focused program. So, in my first few days of observation with Beth, I was like, man, there's a lot of animal protein here. But I don't come out and just say that, because we don't need to alarm anybody, because we're going to change it. Like, wherever you are, we're going to start making changes. The problem with Beth is that she told me, I have tried so many other coaches and programs and nutritionists, and they have me diagnosed with all these food allergies and sensitivities, and they said, I can't eat these beans, I can't eat these nightshade vegetables, I can't eat these nuts. And I'm like, wait a minute, this just doesn't make sense. And so now she was eating all these animal proteins. I don't know how many grams, literally 30-something grams. Oh no, ounces, 30 ounces almost of animal proteins throughout the day. It's a lot. Right? So I'm like, all right, we're gonna shift this up. So we're a few weeks in, actually we're a month in now. It's officially a month. And I had to do this paying attention to the fact that she was saying that she's been told she has all these allergies, food allergies and food sensitivities, right? So we have to be very careful. So we're doing it basically one plant-based protein at a time. Yes, certain vegetables too, we're bringing back in because that's plant-based. But we have to really replace her animal proteins with plant-based proteins. And keep in mind that we're doing this against supposed allergies and sensitivities that cause inflammation or whatever. So I'm like, all right, we're going to take this one step at a time. So I had a process that she and I went through that helped us determine what we're going to do first. Okay? So we're in our second week maybe of bringing foods, plant-based protein foods mostly, and certain vegetables into her nutrition plan while we're taking out animal proteins. She's like, I can't believe this. You have no idea how good I feel.
You guys have much more energy, right?
My energy is she's like, I didn't know how much energy I didn't have until we started doing this, and I'm feeling how much more energy I now have. Okay? So I'm like, you're just getting started here. We're just warming up. It's going to get better. And this is supposed to happen. We need a whole array of plant-based foods, not just plant-based proteins, of plant-based foods, especially if we're eating too much animal protein. And here's why this happens, and here's why this makes body recomposition and weight loss, if that's what you're after, easier. When you take out an animal protein, whether it's beef, turkey, chicken, and especially if your sources are not organic and they're traditionally farmed with the mass market farming methods, which have a whole other array of problems they're bringing into your body. This is one of the reasons why people start to feel so good, because they are getting out a lot of things that we don't want in our body, especially if you're not eating organic, okay? So, let's say, now, before we say we're going to take out all animal proteins, keep in mind, one of the first ones that I want people to have in their nutrition plans is fish, healthy fish. Very different animal protein compared to your mass-farmed chicken, beef, turkey. Fish has a special place in a plant-based diet, okay? So, what do we get when we bring plant-based proteins, like lentils, chickpeas, various nuts, various seeds, other beans, legumes? We get, as compared to like an 8-ounce breast of turkey, or 8-ounce breast of chicken, or 6 or 4 ounces, or what have you, we're getting fiber. Important life-enhancing, disease-preventing fiber. We're also getting these, this is by design, like all these plant-based foods by design have what we call like the food is medicine kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Has all of the disease preventers and disease killers and body and life enhancers in them. All these phytochemicals in addition to the fibers. All these vitamins, minerals, things that we don't even know yet. There are things we don't even know that are in them made for these bodies, okay? So yes, energy becomes evident. Your skin getting better, your complexion getting better, your hair, your nails, your energy, yes, we spoke about that. Your muscle tone getting better, your training sessions getting better, your physical abilities getting better, everything, your hormones, you name it, there's a complete cascade effect to what going more plant-based does for us human beings, and that's by design.
Absolutely, and generally you're able to eat more, right? You're feeling fuller, when a lot of people feel like they have to eat less, and they can't have anything, they have to have this and this and this. It's like, no, you can add volume in.
Right, and that's the beauty. When you have a plant-based meal, you've got all this awesome volume. You know, pick what you want, cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, cabbage. There's just so much. I mean, those are just the basics. But when you prepare them in a way that makes them even more nutritious, you're using healthy oils, herbs, and spices from the earth that are also meant to prevent disease and enhance life, all mixed in together, and they're cooked properly. Like, you crave these things. That's what these clients are saying. They're craving them now because they taste awesome and they know it's good for them and they feel incredible, right? So, doing this, putting more plant-based foods, vegetables, salads, fruits, nuts, seeds, beans, chickpeas, lentils, legumes, put all those in your body, you're displacing the mass market animal proteins and you're giving your body more of what it actually needs. And you get to enjoy more of it because the volume is more. There's more of it. And you can eat more of these things because they're so low calorie in comparison to your meats and your meat fats that you can just enjoy them more. And when you make them the right way, you want to eat more of them. Therefore, your body and your life and your medical profile benefits dramatically from it. So, a lot of the people in the portal, they're saying, my body's changing. Yeah. Like, I'm doing this and my body's changing the more and more I do this. It's just, it's not a surprise. It's not like, and it's not any kind of magic. It's how Earth was designed for us as, you know, the main focal point, and we're part of nature. Nature supports us. Nature is designed to support us. So going plant-based is really a strong way to just make that happen and make good things happen from that.
Absolutely.
Make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
So I don't have to tell you this because you live it. You're guiding clients the same way, lean toward more plant-based options.
Yep.
Because because it's what we know, it's what we do, and it's what we teach. Any other thoughts on that? All right, so again, that's Boomin Beth number 1, my focal point here for this. Before we wrap up, I got another cellulite success story just to touch on. Another Beth who's been in our small group coaching program, long distance small group coaching program. I may have mentioned her last week.
Beth.
No, Beth is Boomin Beth Silva. That's her Facebook handle. Beth McCrae, she's in our small group long distance coaching program. She is actually doing a written typed cellulite success story interview that we'll post. I'm actually going to read it in my podcast. I might read it on this one if we have time in the next few weeks. And she's beyond middle age. She's in the middle age zone. 6 months, she finally had this revelation that the cottage cheese is gone. What we call cellulite. She looks down, it's not there anymore. That's huge. So I was like, all right, we got to get this
6
on
months.
paper.
That's nothing.
No, some women want the change in 6 weeks. You're getting started. Your body needs time to change.
Yes.
Cellular turnover takes time. It takes time for you to change the structure of your body, especially quote unquote cellulite, dimples, ripples, and shadows. 6 months is a bargain when you have another 50 years to live. Yeah. Right? So be patient. Let your body change, but keep feeding it properly and training it properly, and the magic does happen. So on that note, if you want to connect with us, let's give them, whether you're local or long distance, we got a bunch of freebies for you, and we got several ways to connect. How do we do that?
Let me give you the gambit. All right, fitnesstraining.live. If you go there, you'll see our freebie videos, and you'll be able to get updates about this, the podcast, other emails that we'll have. So fitnesstraining.live, L-I-V-E. You can connect with us through our Facebook group that is now public, just a couple weeks ago, Official SculptaFit Club Worldwide Fitness Community. If you can't find that, just reach out to us. We'll be able to put you in the right direction. If you're local, meaning St. John's, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Mandarin, Ponte Vedra, Orange Park, gosh, we've got a lot. Yeah, St. Augustine, man or woman. We do personal training in studio. We do small group classes. We do Zoom sessions as well. You can connect with us through SCULPTAFIT.com, SCULPTAFIT. We do have some openings for small group classes next week. I think I have 3 openings for the whole week. So if you're interested and you're watching this in real time, or if you're watching this later on, you can give us a call if you are super interested, 904-891-3680, and I can see if I can squeeze you in. Where else? What is this?
If you're just discovering this, which has been happening, there are new people coming into our world, literally just discovering the podcast out of the blue, searching for certain keywords, topics, what have you, they're discovering us. If that is you, as you're listening or as you're watching on video, and you're watching this after the fact, because what we share here is evergreen. This will be worth listening to or watching 5 years from now, 10 years from now, because the human body is not going to change. Still got to treat it the right way. Reach out to us if you're interested in getting all of our freebies, getting updates on the next podcast episodes and videos, getting free home training videos just to get started and to see what we're all about. And then you can explore total access, getting all of our training videos, recipes, mindset materials, all the new things coming out. You can explore one-on-one remote coaching, private coaching, one-on-one custom coaching, small group coaching. We might be starting a small group coaching program in the next few weeks. Summer to winter, we're going to call it. And we'll have limited spots for that. So if you're watching this or listening to it in real time and you want to get in on our limited spot small group coaching program that starts soon, as this one that we're doing is ending now soon, in a couple weeks, let us know, reach out. Or if you're listening, you're like, you know what? These people are making sense. I'm hearing a lot of good stuff, and I'm still not where I want to be, and I'm done going in circles. I'm done staying stuck. I'm done spinning my wheels. Reach out. We can help you if you want to explore a custom one-on-one program. We could do it anywhere in the world. We've got people reaching incredible levels of success, finally knowing they're on the right path. They have good people guiding them and coaching them. No BS, no extreme methods, no crazy diets. None of that stuff. Like, we're just teaching things that you can and should be doing for life that bring about real change. And not transformation, but evolution. Evolving you into your best self, because that's the potential you have. We get you there. We take you there. So, that's it. Episode number 40 is done. When we come back, episode number 41, I have it on my notes here, but I can't fit it in. We're going to talk about a couple of success stories, more tips that are worth using, and we're going to talk a little bit about getting deep tissue massage therapy and the benefits and the value of it, especially if you have like these little nagging aches and pains, old sports injuries or what have you. I had my session yesterday with Dawn. We had a major breakthrough, like major breakthrough. And there's some humor to it. I'm going to try to share it next time. But at one point she's like, if anybody walks in this door right now, they're going to be like, what are they doing? But that's not what it was. It's totally not. It's just, it's the kind of work I needed for this left side. Anybody who knows my history knows this left side has been through some serious stuff, and it needs serious work, so that's what we were doing. So we'll talk more about that next time. Until then, we gotta shut her down. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 40 of the Wellness and Weight Loss podcast and video show for women and men. And we appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time. And we thank you on video tuning in. If you're watching live, post below. Let us know you're here. If you're watching after the fact, still post below. No matter where you're watching this, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere else, post below. Let us know. Until then, peace, love, and light. We'll see you next time. We appreciate you.
See you then. Rate and review, too.
Rate and review, please.